Have you ever been fired from a job you love or hate? I know I have, and honestly, I didn't even see it coming. This is actually my story of the impact that experience had on my life, which actually led me to becoming an online entrepreneur. So be sure to stay to the end to see how you can learn how to build the movement you were meant to lead for your business and your own personal brand. So what happened was 6 years I worked there. 6 years. I started out as a sushi chef, and I'd actually grown to the role of being a multi-unit general manager. I was overseeing like 2 different family-owned sushi bar locations. Yes, I used to be a sushi chef, and things were good. Both businesses were making money. We were actually in the process of becoming partners in a 3rd location. My whole life vision at this time was we're going to build a sushi empire. We are taking over. We are going places, And the owner of this business, he was actually what I consider one of my first mentors. He gave me my shot. He believed in me. And for that, I will always be grateful. But unfortunately, we did end up coming at a crossroad. And, going from employee to partner, that sometimes is a difficult transition to take place. And literally in one single conversation, everything changed. That the owner, my mentor, supposed to be my future partner, he actually fired me. It was just like, poof. With that, everything was gone. And it still hurts. My life changed. My vision was just gone. Like everything, like a dream I had was stolen. I remember walking out of those doors. I cried. It hurt. There was devastation. The devastation from it alone was tough. But there was also this like newfound uncertainty of like, what am I going to do? Like that starts to set in, and I didn't have answers for it. There wasn't, many answers for what I was going through. It was a unique experience. And sometimes it's like we want this rainbow without going through the rain, but it doesn't always work that way, does it? So I don't know if you've ever been there or experienced that, but that was the day that I realized something that's very important. It's of having something you own, right? Something that no one else can take away from you. It's that defining moment of pain. It was hurt, that it was suffering, was what actually was kind of what pushed me to do something that I hadn't even done before, right? I actually started an online website design company, and I didn't really know a whole lot about it or how to really do it. But what I did know is that people were making a nice living doing so. And so it's like down that rabbit hole I went, right? But even to this day, it's some 10 years later, I'm still not what I would call a website coder by any means. I do not know how to do that. There's actually software that helps you create cool website designs without even knowing how to code or even write a single line of code, right? And so over this last decade, I've learned what to do, but more importantly, what not to do, right? Because let's be real, there's a ton of information out there, which oftentimes creates kind of this overwhelm, especially when it comes to like selling online or working from home and things like that. But there's tools that they have available now that can literally empower anyone to create their own online business for just like $100 to $200 a month. It's unlike opening a restaurant, thinking back then, which in that deal, that almost was made, it was going to be a multi-million-dollar project just to make it happen. So I worked for my mentor, for those 6 years, believing like, this is it. We're just going to keep growing from here. But in one conversation, it was gone. Poof. But I choose to remember him as my mentor. I don't really like to think of him as someone who took that all away from me. Although there was real pain from that, and that was a painful season of my life. But even then, he was, in a way, teaching me. You have to have something you own. That's the message I got out of that. Something that's yours that no one can take away from you. So I hope what it's done is help to empower you to see a couple of things. Number one, have a stake in the outcome with what it is that you're doing. Own part of something that's yours, right? But number two, we often don't see the blessings that we're going through while they're happening. It doesn't look like a blessing a lot of the time when you're in the middle of a storm, right? It's only when we look back on those life moments, because had he not fired me, you wouldn't be watching this video right now. Like seriously, I wouldn't have become an online entrepreneur. You would have seen, if you've seen anything, was Andy Griffith, like the sushi bar restaurateur, right? So with that, just be encouraged, be empowered. If you're going through this right now or something like that, or if you'd like to learn how to create your own online business, perhaps maybe even just see how to create a movement of raving fans around what it is that you do, I'm inviting you to join the Movement Formula Challenge. The link's going to be down in the descriptions. What it is literally take my 10 years of trial and error and skip past some of those mistakes a lot of people make when they venture on their own, of what it takes to actually become an online entrepreneur. But also, please be sure, like, follow, and subscribe to the channel, and share with me in the comments. I really want to know, have you ever been fired? How did it feel if you have? And what was it that you did to get through that situation? With that, guys, I appreciate you watching. With that, I'll see you on the next video.